All right, can you all hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of the charges that you've been arrested for, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until it's changed by you if you plea out to your case, or by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you arrested on a bond. You are arrested and given a bond pursuant to the warrant or the bond schedule of the Fifth Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, represent yourself, or whether you'd like the public defender's office to assist you in your case. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. And finally, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution of your case. So this is not the time to litigate the facts, so please don't tell me about it. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Okay, swear from the testimony that you give to the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Courtney Gilman. And Miss Gilman, what's your date of birth? Okay, speak into the microphone. I can't hear you. Can you say that again? Can you move the microphone down? I can't hear you. I don't think their microphone is on there at the jail.
Your Honor, we're having issues with their mic. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
96.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. All right, Ms. Gilman, you were here this morning for a petty theft. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman yesterday. The bond on that is $1,000. There is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to hire an attorney? Are you going to be representing yourself, or would you like the public defender's office to represent you?
I want a public defender.
Okay, I will go ahead and appoint a public defender to represent you. State that you have a prior record.
Your Honor, she doesn't have a prior record, and if the court's amendable, so they'd be offering time served this morning.
Okay.
With reserve on restitution.
All right, Ms. Gilman, I'm going to either, one way or another, you're getting out of jail today. We just haven't figured that out yet. Do you want to change your plea to your case and admit that you committed the crime in which you've been charged with and be done with your case today? Or I can get you out of jail today and you can come back for a court date another day and have the opportunity to speak to the public defender's office about it. What would you like to do?
I want to get out today.
Well, either way, you're going to get out today.
Okay.
So we just have to figure out how you're going to do that. How old are you?
21.
Okay, you got a job these days?
What?
Do you have a job?
No.
Okay. Do you go to school?
Nope.
Okay. Do you live by yourself?
Friend of mine.
All right. All right, this is what we're going to do, Ms. Gilman. I'm going to ROR you today. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance on this case. I need you to get in touch with the public defender's office. I mean, I would take a plea today. I'm just not comfortable doing that before you have the opportunity to speak to your attorney, okay? So get in touch with the public defender's office down here at the courthouse, and we're going to see you back to court on August 30th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Kathleen Klocheska. Hi, Ms. Klocheska. What's your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. 1964, ma'am.
All right. You were here this morning for domestic battery. Ma'am, I have read the probable cause affidavit. I did not find probable cause for your arrest. Does she have a prior record?
She does, Judge. Going back to 1987. Disorderly conduct, DUI, checks ×3, failure to appear ×2, grand theft. She's a convicted felon, violated her probation, grand theft. 2012, DV dropped. 2015, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon dropped. 2015, grand theft dropped. Looks like she has some out-of-state stuff too, but I can't confirm that this morning.
Okay. Well, what I can do, Ms. Klocheska, is I'm going to issue a bond. I don't find probable cause, but I'm going to give you a misdemeanor bond for this, and I'm going to give the state 24 hours to get me what I need to find probable cause, because based on the probable cause affidavit, it's not there. But that doesn't mean that they can't get me what I need in order to find probable cause. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond at $500. You can bond out on that if you'd like, but I'm going to give the state 24 hours to find probable cause for me. If they can't find anything they can't get me probable cause by tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning for first appearance, then I'm going to have you released on your own recognizance. So it's up to you, okay? So right now your bond is $500. I'm going to give the state 24 hours. If they can't get me probable cause, then you're going to be ROR'd.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Hold on a second. Where'd she go?
Sorry.
That's all right. You're excited. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on this case?
No. If I get ROR, I'm gonna, yes, yes.
Yes, okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office, and your next court date is August 30th at 9 a.m. So whether they come back with probable cause or not, you still have to be back to court August 30th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Adriana Vale, or Val.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you say your last name?
Valley.
Valley, okay. What's your date of birth?
January 15th, 1999.
All right. You're 18?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You are here today charged with burglary of a structure and grand theft of more than $100,000. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Valley, do you live with your parents still?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Does she have a prior record?
She has 8 pages of juvenile stuff, Judge, starting in 2012. DV and simple assaults. DV, criminal mischief. 2015, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. DV misdemeanor. 2015, DV, Bat Leo. DV, 2015, DV, ×2, assault. Assault, criminal mischief, aggravated battery, Bat Leo, criminal mischief, Bat Leo. That takes us right up to last October.
All right. Ms. Valley, you got a job these days?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
McDonald's.
All right. Are you working there full time?
Yes, ma'am.
You got anyone who's going to be able to help bond you out?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I did find probable cause. I've appointed the public defender. I'm going to keep the bonds the same at $10,000 each. That's a total of $20,000. We're going to see you back to court on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Joanna Williams. Miss Williams, what's your date of birth?
2/18/83.
Okay, you were here today for defrauding an innkeeper. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman yesterday. The bond on that is $1,000. There is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you, Steve.
Looks like she has an out-of-state record, Judge, which I can't confirm this morning, but more troubling is it looks like she has 2 open cases, both of them felony thefts.
All right. You have pending cases right now, Miss Williams?
Yes.
Okay. In front of what judge?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you know if they're misdemeanor?
They're
You said they're
felonies,
felonies.
Judge. I got
Okay.
the 2 case numbers, 2017 CF 1537, 2017 CF 1605. This is a warrant arrest, though. I'm not sure about the dates.
Well, I happen to have the warrant right here. 19th day of July, 2017.
I'm sorry, Judge?
19th day of July, 2017.
Okay, this post dates the incidents of the felonies, but I'm not sure about the arrest.
What was the felony dates?
July 1st and June 28th.
Do you know what day she bonded out?
I do not.
But she was arrested for one of the felonies on July 1st, right?
No, that was the date of the incident. We don't know what day she was arrested on the felonies.
I can check. Okay.
17 CF 1537, that's the one the incident date was July 1st. She was arrested July 14th.
Okay. And then the date of this offense is July 19th. So it looks like, did you bond out on your cases? On those felony cases? You made a bond on those?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure if you bonded out?
I don't know. I went and turned myself in on these cases, so I thought, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You see a bond on that one, Your Honor, on 17 CF 1537?
Yeah. She did bond out on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So let me help you understand what's going on, Ms. Williams. What happened was you were arrested on a couple felony petty thefts. On one of them, 2017 CF 1537 is the case number. Are you paying attention? Because I want you to understand what's going on.
I'm listening.
Are you under the influence of anything this morning that's going to prevent you from understanding what's going on?
No.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying and you're comprehending it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On 2017 CF 1537, you were arrested on July 14th, and according to this warrant, you committed this charge on July 19th, which tells me that while you were out on bond on that felony case, you committed another crime. When you do that, according to Florida Statute 903.0471, you violated your pretrial release conditions. Okay, and when you do that, we're going to hold you without bond until you resolve all of your cases. Okay?
I haven't committed anything while I
Okay.
was out on bond.
Okay. What I'm going to do is revoke your bond on that felony case, which means we're going to hold you no bond on that case. You're entitled to a bond on this case. We're going to keep the bond at $1,000, but you're going to be held no bond on 2000 CF 1537. Okay? We're going to see you back to court on this case on August 30th at 9 a.m. I've appointed the public defender, so someone will come out there and explain to you what's going on, okay? Mary Perez. Hi, Miss Perez. What's your date of birth?
4/11/66.
Gotcha. All right. You are here this morning for a writ of bodily attachment, which is telling me that you owe significant child support. They're looking for a purge amount of $2,160 through your case. Are you working these days?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Well, I lost my job in December that I had just gotten because of the child support, and I asked for a couple weeks so that I could pay something, and they arrested me that day, so I lost my job because of that, and I've been looking ever since. It's been a tough year. I've never had trouble getting jobs in my life, and I've lost everything. And
Okay.
I'm not sure where to go from here.
Okay, but you are able-bodied, willing, and able to work?
Yes, absolutely.
How much money can you come up today in order to get out of jail?
Maybe $100.
Okay. I need to find that you have the ability to pay because you have the ability to work, that you are able-bodied, employable, and able to get a job, and therefore
Right.
able to comply with the child support conditions. That makes you in willful contempt of the child support conditions, that you have the present ability to pay, and that you're going to come up with $100 today to get out of jail, okay? So if you come up with $100, you can get out today. We're going to hold you in the Hernando County Jail for 10 days or until you come up with $100.
All right.
Okay? And when you do get out, whether it's after the 10 days or after you post the purge, you need to figure out what's going on with the Department of Revenue. Maybe they can modify your conditions, but typically what happens in these cases is that you have not had contact with them. So you might want to get out and first phone call you make might want to be to them, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, Carlos Casanova. Mr. Casanova, what's your date of birth?
6/7/96.
You were here this morning for a violation of probation. It's a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman on July 27th of this year. Currently the bond on that is no bond, and I've looked at the delinquency report from probation, and they're looking for 60 days Hernando County Jail. Do you want to resolve your case today for 60 days Hernando County Jail?
Okay. Can I be appointed a public defender?
Sure. All right. I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We're going to hold you no bond at this time, and we'll see you back to court on August 30th at 9 a.m.
And now, if I solve it for 60 days, it'll be 60 days starting today?
If you wanted to take the plea today, yeah, you could get 60 days starting today. If not, I've appointed the public defender. The public defender will work on your case, and they'll be out to see you shortly, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Adam Gerber.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Gerber. What's your date of birth?
9/3/1975.
Okay, you were here this morning for possession of methamphetamine. The bond on that right now is $5,000. Possession of marijuana, the bond on that is $1,000. And possession of drug paraphernalia, the bond on that is $1,000. I did find probable cause for each of these. Do you want to hire somebody? You want to represent yourself, or do you want these to sub the public defender's office?
Say that again.
Do you want the PD?
I'd like to hire somebody if I could.
Okay.
Can I bond out today?
State, does he have a prior record?
He does, Judge. Going back to 1999. DUI, paraphernalia, possession of cannabis, burglary of a dwelling, aggravated assault, resisting without. Looks like those were dropped. Assault on Leo, conviction. Battery withhold, DUI in 2002. Drug offender PTI in 2002 for possession of cocaine, which he successfully completed. 2 years later, DUI ×2, both out of Pasco County, and a refusal, and a felony Willis. 2006 DUI. 2010 introduction of contraband, which violated his probation. Willis in 2010. That's where it stops, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gerber, do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I built pool motors.
Okay. I have an address for you on Long Lake Drive in Hudson, Florida. Is that where you currently reside?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you lived there?
On and off, 30 years.
Okay.
I also am a single dad.
I'm sorry?
I'm also a single dad.
Okay. All right, so for the possession of methamphetamine, we're going to keep the bond at $5,000. On the possession of marijuana, we'll set it at $500, and for the possession of paraphernalia, we'll ROR. So total of $5,500. You're going to hire an attorney, and we're going to see you back to court on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you.
Robert Lovely. Hi, Mr. Lovely.
Hello.
What's your date of birth?
March 30, 1960.
All right. You are the other party involved with that domestic battery. I did not find probable cause for at the beginning of the docket. I'm just going to ask the state about your prior record, okay?
1996 DUI conviction times 2, showing 2 different DUIs in 1996 and 2012 DUI. That's all I can confirm this morning.
What was the last date? 2006?
2012, Judge.
2012, okay. All right. Mr. Lovely, I did not find probable cause for a domestic battery. You don't have much of a prior record, so I'm going to give you a bond of $100. You can bond out for that if you'd like, or if the state cannot get me probable cause within 24 hours, you're going to be ROR'd. Okay, so that's up to you. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know if I'm able to get a private attorney at this time.
All right. I'll appoint the public defender. And we'll see you back to court August 30th at 9 a.m., okay?
How do I bond out? Who do I need to call to get the $100?
Well, that's not up to me.
Okay.
A lot of people mistake me for a bondsman. Kenneth Mathis.
Good morning.
Mr. Mathis, what's your date of birth?
3/10/60.
You were here this morning for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman. There's a warrant signed August 2nd. The underlying charge was a DUI. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you guys, either one of you know if he was looking at jail time on the DUI? Did you solve it today?
The recommendation was 180. He didn't do any conditions.
Yeah, I had that DUI. I was told it's for something with unemployment.
Well, I'm getting there. I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, this is for the DUI, violation of probation on the DUI. You did not appear to court this week. You had a court date this week, and you didn't show up. So that's what this is for. What?
I'm supposed to be in court on the 15th.
No, okay. Well, that's probably for something else. I can't keep track of all your court dates for you. But you had court this week, and you didn't appear. So
I didn't know about it.
The probation department is recommending 180 days to resolve your case today. You want to go ahead and do that? Don't say
I'll hold off.
All right. Do you have the public defender on your case?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you want me to make sure they're still appointed to your case?
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell you what. Is there a bond on this?
That's correct.
How much is my bond on the violation?
This is for the violation. There's no bond on your violation of probation. On your next case, which is the unemployment compensation case, the bond on that, I don't have your prior record or anything yet, but it's going to be around $2,000. or higher. We've got all day.
Alright, well, I'm just waiting to go back to court on this violation.
Appointed the public defender. We'll see you back to court on August 30th on your violation of probation. We're going to hold you to no bond at this time. The next case I have is the unemployment compensation case. The bond on that is $2,000. I did find probable cause. State prior record other than these things?
Oh yeah, Judge. Going back to 1979.
Okay, let's not do that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. He's already no bond on the violation of probation, and I'm not going back to like the decade of my birth to figure out what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep your bond at $2,000 on the unemployment compensation case. And we'll see you back to court on that case on August 28th at 8:30 a.m. and I'll appoint the public defender's office.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jason Eisen. Good morning, Mr. Eisen. What's your date of birth?
10/23/84.
All right. You are here this morning for a few different things. Let's take it one at a time. The first thing I have here is a failure to appear. Looks like you failed to appear in front of Judge Toner on July 5th of this year for a felony petty theft. Okay, so there is probable cause for your arrest. Judge Toner wants no bond on that right now. We're going to keep that at no bond. Do you want the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
Appoint the public defender. We'll see you back to court August 28th at 8:30 in the morning on that. Have you also been advised, don't go anywhere, have you been advised that you have a hold out of Pasco County?
Yes.
Okay. You've already been advised of that at first appearance?
No. No.
Okay, well, I'll advise you, I got some paperwork here, that you have a hold out of Pasco County. There's a bond on that for $4,000. You're being held here in Hernando County, no bond. So once you finish working out your cases here, Pasco County is going to have the $4,000 bond on you, so you can bond out on that and report to Pasco County, or you can just have them come pick you up after you resolve your case here. There's also another hold for you out of Hillsborough County, and the bond on that is for $1,500, and it looks like that's a failure to appear on a petty theft. So once you resolve your cases here, you have to work out that Hillsborough and Pasco County deal, okay? You also have another case here, possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for both of those. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I'll keep those bonds the same at $2,000 and $1,000. All his court dates are August 28th, right? All your court dates everything should be on August 28th now. So we'll see you back on August 28th on that one. And then we have a failure to appear in front of Judge Toner for driving on suspended driver's license, possession of paraphernalia ×2, and providing false name to law enforcement officer. The total bond is $8,000, $2,000 each. We'll keep those at $2,000 each, appoint the public defender, and see you back to court August 28th at 8:30 in the morning on those. Okay?
All right.
All right, Jacob Petley.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Petley. What's your date of birth?
9/21/80.
All right, you were here this morning for a failure to appear. It looks like in front of Judge Merritt on July 31st of this year. Judge Merritt has requested a no bond in that case because he says you have 19 prior third-degree felonies, including FTAs, 6 prior misdemeanors, and that you score close to 40 months at the Department of Corrections at the bottom of the guidelines. Based on that, we're going to hold you no bond on these cases. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Ma'am, I was incarcerated. I've been booked in on the 29th of July, and I was aware that I had court on the 31st, and I had made known that I had court on the 31st, and it was a technical error, a clerical error, or a transport error
Okay.
as to why I wasn't able to show up.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is, have you had the public defender appointing you on your cases before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender on your cases. They're going to look into that and confirm that and get that information to Judge Merritt as soon as possible. And if that's the case, then I'm sure he'll be willing to work out your case or release the bond on the case, okay? But that's not going to be up to me today.
Okay, and I've had people my loved ones and family have been trying to bond me out, and this is holding this up.
Okay. Well, what I can do for you, right now you're set for a court date August 28th. I'll move that up to August 22nd, and that might help keep the ball rolling. So it's August 22nd at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay, and do you know when I can let my people know that this will be resolved, this failure to appear in a no bond?
Well, no, you need to get in touch with your public defender and have your public defender work on that right away. Okay? And they're in the courtroom right now. They're writing everything down. I'm sure someone's going to come out to see you quickly.
Okay, because it was a clerical error, I believe.
I understand. I hope that's the case. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Jorge Rodriguez. Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. What's your date of birth?
November 25th, 1981.
All right, you were here for just an transport order. We brought you over from Pasco County because you have a violation of probation arraignment scheduled for September 5th. Do you want me to make sure you have the public defender representing you on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to hire somebody?
No, you can give me a public defender.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint the PD on that case, and we'll see you back in front of Judge Merritt on September 5th, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Nicholas Smith. Hi, Mr. Smith. What's your date of birth?
January 1698.
All right. You were here this morning for a violation of probation. Looks like a Judge Merritt case. And Judge Merritt is asking for no bond on the violation of probation, and they're indicating that you potentially changed your address without the consent of the probation office. So there's probable cause for your arrest. We're going to keep you on no bond right now. Do you want me to make sure the public defender is representing you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Appoint the public defender's office, and we're going to see you back to court on September 5th at 1:15 in the afternoon. All right. Jared Sosa.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Sosa. You have a failure to appear out of Pasco County. The bond on that is $513. We're going to keep that bond at $513. If you do bond out for that, you need to make your way down to Pasco County and find out what's going on, because it looks like you missed a court date on a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I did miss the.
Okay, you don't have to admit to anything. But if you are unable to pay the $513, Pasco County will come pick you up within 5 days. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. Brian Street.
Morning.
Hi, Mr. Street. What's your date of birth?
5/15/86.
All right, you are here this morning for charge of fleeing and eluding a police officer. The bond on that is currently $10,000. Failure to register a motor vehicle, the bond on that is $500. And driving while your license is suspended or revoked, the bond on that is $10,000. I did find probable cause for each of these. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. State.
2011 out of Citrus, resisting by disguise. 2016. El Prazolam conviction, 2016, Dwillis. Same year, Dwillis conviction, violated his probation, convicted felon, but I'm not sure on the underlying crime that did that. Violated his probation, 2016, Dwillis. And VOP on controlled substance out of Orange County, it looks like. February this year, he violated his probation. And I'm not sure if he has an open charge or not, Judge. We're showing an arrest here in Hernando in July. burglary of an occupied dwelling, and petty theft.
All right. Mr. Street, do you have a case pending right now?
Yes, ma'am.
In front of what judge?
I do not know.
Not know. All right. We're going to have my wonderful clerk of court check that out.
That would be Judge Toner.
It's got a Judge Toner case. Do you have the case number?
I do. It is 2017 CF 1542. Looks like it's set for arraignment on August 14th.
And he bonded out on that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Street. I have an address for you on Customer Court in Lecanto. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
That's not where you live? Where do you live?
I live in Hernando County.
What's your address?
8021 Canterbury Street.
Is that in Brooksville?
That's in Spring Hill, Florida.
Spring Hill? All right.
34606.
How long have you lived there?
6 months.
All right. Did you live in Lecanto before that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Well, it looks to me, Mr. Street, that you were arrested on these felony charges, including a burglary, on August 14th? No, September 14th. Is that right?
No, the arraignment is.
The arraignment is for August 14th.
Yes.
Okay.
The offense date was July 17th.
July 17th. Okay. That was just a couple weeks ago. All right. Looks like you were arrested for that burglary a couple weeks ago. You bonded out on that, and you have an arraignment set for August 14th. It appears at this time you were out on bond while you committed these new crimes last night. Based on that, and based on Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your bond on 2017 CF 1542. We're going to hold you no bond until you resolve that case. On these new charges, I'm going to keep the bonds the same, $10,500 and $10,000. Did you want the public defender to represent you on these?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to see you back to court August 28th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, these aren't going to track with his other felonies?
Yeah, we could do, we want to set everything for 8:14?
That'd be fine, Judge.
Okay. We're going to set all your cases, Mr. Street, for August 14th. Is August 14th 8:30 in the morning? Must be, right?
Yes,
Okay, at
Thank you,
8:30
Your
in the
Honor.
morning. Yes, sir. All right. Justin Joseph, or Joseph
Yes,
Justin.
Justin Joseph. Yes, ma'am.
Justin Joseph. All right. What's your date of birth?
August 20th, 1983.
All right. Mr. Joseph, what's going on? Are you working these days?
I kind of fell off the road a little bit last year, but I acquired, since I've been locked up on July 5th, I've acquired my old job back in Hernando, and I am moving back to Hernando. I have a car out there also, so I mean, if given 30 days, I could even make the $660 payment, and I'm trying to get things back in touch with my son's mother and be a father.
All right. All right. So, are you working?
Yes, I just now started working. Since I've been locked up, I got my job back from my old boss. Christine.
Okay. What kind of work?
Painting?
Is that full time?
Yes.
What kind of money are you going to be making?
I'd imagine at least $350 a week. I've been trying to get bonded out since I got locked up. I pretty much exhausted all my options this last run, so.
All right. Well, how much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
I don't have anybody out there right now. But I do have work if I get out, and I will be able to pay.
Okay. Well,
I have my,
I I can't base my order on something that may or may not happen in the future. What I'm looking at is that for the period of non-payment, all this time you have not paid your child support, that you've been able-bodied, employed, and able to comply with the child support conditions. If you're able to be a painter, then you're able to go out and get some type of work. That you have failed to do that. So I need to find you in willful contempt, and I need to give you a purge amount. Now, if you're not going to be able to come up with anything, then it looks like you're going to do 10 days jail. Do you want to do 10 days jail, or do you want me to put down a purge amount that you can come up with?
Well, I've been locked up since July 5th. Will that be time served as far as that?
No, that's not how it works. Because the order's going to be signed today. So 10 days jail, or how much? Do you have anyone who can come up with any money today to get you out?
I can try to come up with $100.
Okay.
If I can't come up with that, then that's that.
All right, so it's 10 days jail or $100.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and when you do get out, whether it's after the 10 days jail or after paying $100, get in touch with the Department of Revenue and figure out what's going on with your case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.